Good morning, YouTube. We are full in Sturgis mode.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another adventure with the Bearded Bobber. And welcome, guys. I know it's been a couple week hiatus, but to episode 7 of the big 3,800 mile Sturgis trip that we made. And this was one of the best days out of the entire trip. We always said, making this trip, that look, we're going towards Sturgis, we're going to see Mount Rushmore, we're going to see Crazy Horse, and us and the guys need to ride together. So we had it planned out because, as you guys know, Bombshell had to fly out to Sturgis due to some work scheduling and whatnot. So she got there the night before, the same night I did, Thursday, and we had planned it out to look, so the first morning that we're there, let's all go make this happen. Now, unfortunately, we wanted to, it would have been very cool to go with the Baggers and Brews crew and Blacktop Double. It would have been a giant head case for anybody who saw us coming. It would have been a lot of us and a lot of cameras, but unfortunately the timing didn't work. The day they were going, Bombshell had to fly back, and it just stars didn't align for that moment. So we made sure to go. I had seen Mount Rushmore when I was a kid, and I didn't get to appreciate it. And I think that's kind of a thing. We don't get to appreciate things, especially when we're a kid. Our parents want to go see it, stuff like that. But going now, I was like, okay, really I want to breathe this in. I want to take this whole moment in. Not only, making this big trip, but this was one of the main things I wanted to see on the trip. Crazy Horse I wanted to see. Mount Rushmore was number one. That probably kind of changed after today, considering we haven't actually got to see Crazy Horse done. You go to visit it, and we'll get into that. But right now, the first part of our day, this is the first time meeting JT, Mr. Kansas guy, JT's brother. Great guys. This is day one. We've bullshitted online, but you don't know until you know. You know what I mean? Kind of elaborate on that a little bit. So this is day one. We're riding together. We just met up. Everything. Had a cool moment hanging out at the house for a minute, just shooting the shit. And that was all before actually, getting on our bikes and going. I got to sit on JT's bike, and that Striker is a beautiful, beautiful machine. So it was fun being able to actually go do this. Right now we had to lunch. I don't remember the name of the town. Some of you guys may know it when you see it coming up here on the screen. But we stopped, walked around. The bikes were out. It was a nice atmosphere. For that whole situation, I believe they had the helicopter rides over Mount Rushmore, right there too, right by where we were at. Went into this pizza place, fun time, and this is one of those times where you're sitting down and you're eating, you're sharing a meal, and a lot of times, I don't know if you guys have ever heard, but talking about sharing a meal is a real way to get close with people. And you start to open up, and you're sitting there and you're bullshitting, and the night before, Deez, Lawson, myself, and Meatball had already done that. We went to dinner in Deadwood. So this is our first time meeting up with these guys, and this was across the board. I believe Lawson met up with JT the year before at the Virginia Motovlogger meetup. Lawson, if you're watching, you can correct me if I was wrong, but I believe that's what it was. Like I was saying, great group of guys. I can't get over man, with JT's just he's a funny old boy, I tell you what, right there. Dude, I can't wait for us to ride together again. This is the town, though, before we actually head into Mount Rushmore. So I'm actually going to cut myself back here in a minute so you guys can just kind of be in that moment. We didn't get a whole lot of video of Mount Rushmore. There's not, we didn't go walking up to Mount Rushmore, so you can only get so much, I believe, in that moment. It just, video-wise, you gotta soak it in personally. I think that's just the only way to see something like that. Of course, you know, we're soaking in the bikes, same thing, just breathing in the atmosphere and whatever else anybody's gonna leave in the comments right now, who knows. But I mean, look at this. There's a group of guys that met because of the internet, you know. Well, that's, ooh, that could be wrong. But you take me back a couple years ago, and I had, you know, I've always loved bikes, but I hadn't been into riding, and hell, I was barely starting a YouTube channel just 2 years ago. And now I'm meeting up with some of the people that I'm not only idolized, but I genuinely, you know, I call them friends and brothers. They are amazing people. They're so funny, and seeing them just like out in it, enjoying life just like me, is just an amazing thing. So it's really cool to do that, and it's hard to explain. You know, hopefully if you guys are doing this, it's something that you'll do, something you'll see. If you're out there in the motovlogging world, don't forget to use hashtag supportmvc. And that's how this came together. I met most of these guys because of hashtag support. And now, you know, more modernized as supportmvc. But, you know, without Indian Motorcycle World and supportmvc, like, you know, who knows where you'd be. Like, some of us, I'm talking to people across the world, and I'll say that all the time, and I do not mind being a broken record for this. I'll go on record saying that, you know, because the friendships that I felt like I've made over the time is just incredible. And not only meeting up with people in my hometown or their hometown, we're at a national monument enjoying it together. I mean, just taking in the sights from right here is just was an amazing aspect of the road. Glad we rode up this way. I mean, the rides alone from here to Crazy Horse are beautiful. And Needles Highway we got on a little bit. Like, it's just it's a fantastic thing. I'm gonna let you guys get over to there, kind of enjoy the moment and the ambiance of the whole thing, and then catch up with you guys afterwards. What?
Oh, we're filming each other.
Ooh.
And fun?
Oh yeah.
What's better than seeing Mount Rushmore on a motorcycle? Seeing it with motorcycles friends. You got Mr. Kansas guy back there, JT Southern Fry, Dirty D's, Meatball Rebel, Bombshell. Beautiful Mount Rushmore right there in the back. We're having a blast. I'm gonna keep enjoying.
Oh, I didn't see it. But I'm here with some pretty awesome people. I have Dirty D's. Look at him. I'm so happy. There's a Wild Meatball, the JT Southern Fry, Christopher David Lawson, Mr. Kansas Guy, and a Bearded Bomber. What?
Okay, guys, and I had to add in Bombshell's part of her video. I definitely stole some clips from her, especially for Crazy Horse, because I didn't have the camera out really at all. So I graciously stole her really good little tidbit of showing everybody off at Mount Rushmore, and also saying to you guys, go check out Bombshell Biker's channel. She's got some great stuff and some great stuff from Crazy Horse that I didn't put into mine, or didn't steal from hers, however you want to look at it. But you guys, this road just from there to there was so beautiful, and I mean, I had a lot of footage, but it was almost too much, you know, for especially something like this. But just such a great trip riding with these guys.
One great thing going from Mount Rushmore to Crazy Horse, riding through these hills, having a 1967 Fastback Mustang right in front of you, just like my Eleanor was, but also riding with your buddies. Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, this motherfucker. We got Lawson in the back, D's, all those guys. Yeah. He sees it. He knows I'm talking about the Mustang. GoPro.
Well, I told you guys earlier, JT's a funny SOB. If you guys don't know or hadn't seen the videos, or perhaps when I talked about it, I had a 1967 Mustang Coupe that was red with a 302, and that was what JT and I were talking about there, kind of pointing it out, having one of those in front of us on the trip, and it was just kind of like a hey moment. Man, riding up to Crazy Horse, what a sight, you know. Not even being finished, but it's got this like beautiful presence to it, and it was really fun learning about the history of this and how it was going. There's plenty of stuff out there, and there's also ways to donate. This is one of the things, like Indian was doing a giveaway for a Ruby Smoke Indian Chieftain Darkhorse, and I didn't enter, and I totally should have. It's a beautiful bike, but this was a really cool sight to be seen. A lot of stuff on display for heritage, and you know, they're trying to build like a school and do different stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can read on their website and where to donate. I will put that in the description below. But it's really nice to go look at artifacts and different things, and yeah. And when we were riding up, one of the things that caught my eye and took it out on audio was that this site has not had any state or federal funding. And I believe at one time, like, it was just kind of like why are you guys making this? From, you know, what I've heard from other people who have been alive longer than I have and been riding motorcycles way longer than I have. So it was nice to talk to them now, because they hadn't seen this in so long, and tell them, you know, the new things and what's changed. And they seemed really impressed, and just like me, would love to see this finished. I do plan to do a fundraiser myself, along with the Indian Motorcycle World backing me up, and I don't know how that's going to play out yet, but I'd like to not only donate some of my money, but try to, you know, see who wants to donate with me and go from there. But I would love for this to be done one day and be able to ride out there again and see it finished, because just the smaller models they have look absolutely gorgeous. And you're going to see those coming up here in a minute. Kudos to Bombshell Biker for getting all these videos on her camera that day. It was really cool. I was actually watching Bombshell Biker's video of this with someone else, and they saw just the outside of the teepee, and they're like, oh man, is she going to go in there? I was like, yeah, she's going to go in there. And just super, you know, impressed with it. Like I said, she's got a lot of cool stuff. She talks in there and talks with the jeweler that's going to be part of the clip coming up here in a minute. But just like I said, some amazing artifacts. There's so much history to learn about. I mean, you know, it's a lot to take in, and there's a lot of really cool stuff there, and I can say a lot for this. But it made me like really want to dive more into learning about it. And I've talked about my mom before, if you guys haven't caught that. And my mom was kind of like she's a free spirit, to say the least. She was one of the traveling all around, you know, older biker girls with the dream catcher and all the stuff. But she had like, I don't know, she had more invested into it mentally. You could just tell there was a lot more going on, and stuff she had seen in her travels, and it's pretty crazy. This guy, man, you know, Bombshell had a little interview with him. Like I said, you can go check that out on her channel. He makes these little jewelry pieces out of coins, and Bombshell and I were lucky enough to get a couple, and he puts part of the proceeds to building the monument. I mean, you can just see this is just such a crazy sight to be seen. And I mean, it's taken them a very long time. I'm gonna put it on the screen right here when they started building it, but it's just an amazing thing. Like, it really kind of takes you away, just staring at it. And thinking about how long it's taken them to build. Look at, and right here is a, I believe, 1/32 size. Like this is 1/32 of the size it's going to be, which this is alone a crazy piece of art. Just, it was really cool to see, and I'm glad that they have this to show you a scale. But man, that piece when it is done is going to be absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really here for the, you know, I really want to see the monument done. I'm going to be a little selfish on that, but they're doing a lot more for Native American people from what I've seen. You know, I don't know everybody who lives in the area and all the stuff that maybe be going on behind the scenes, but from what I know and from what I've been trying to see, you know, this is some really cool stuff here. And you can see there's a lot to learn about Crazy Horse himself and stuff on the website as well. Like I said, will be linked in the bottom. You can see the picture there with that like basic outline, and there's just detailed photos of how it's been coming along over the years. You know, 1993, the face isn't quite detailed. 1994, it's getting even better, so on and so forth. And with no state or federal funding, that's come a long way. So like I said, I want to definitely do my part as much as I can. You can see the plans they have here for what I believe it was a campus and schooling and different things to go towards, you know, stuff for the future of their people. And I think it's really cool. There's like an original painting idea of what they were going to do. You know, it's just really cool stuff. And the fact that they kept all this and held on to this and done it, you can see that picture right there in the middle of the screen with the fire. They would set it on fire every year. I was like, that is dope. I really want to see that, you know, charging its way up. I mean, you could spend a long time in this place just sitting and learning about everything they have planned and what they're going to do. And there's different ways you can donate your money as well. It doesn't have to go to building the monument. That's what I would like to do. But going towards their schools and different stuff that they have planned. So they're definitely doing a lot, and you know, all faith in them. Hopefully they're doing everything as best they can to provide for people and for the future. You know, I think that's really good stuff. We had a great time. I can't wait to see it, you know, progress over time. Guys, this is going to bring you to the end of the episode. Right here, we are cruising through Needles Highway. We didn't get much video after this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, like I said, go check out Bombshell's channel. Stay safe. Stay classy, you guys.
Great or what?
What's that, man? Dude, this is freaking awesome, bro.
So awesome.
I can't think of anybody else I'd rather be doing this ride with than you and the fellas.
I mean, we're definitely missing some of you guys out there, but
yes,
we're not gonna lie, we're having a fucking blast. So there's nothing we can do about it. Have fun, buddy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes